はい。LA ノワールっていうゲーム帰ってきましたね。多分やってたのが2022年の春とかやから、2年経ってんのかな。久しぶりにやりたくなったのと、あと3ヶ月ぐらいちょっとゲームできる期間が空く。しばらくできなくなるんで、できるとこまでやります。で、これ、例によって音楽聞こえてないよな。チカチカ言おうとしかないよな、今。めっちゃカチャカチャ言ってんな。いやー、懐かしいな。これ、×と丸が逆やからちょっと恐ろしい間違いが起こるかもしれん。場合によっては。これ今さっきちょっとやってみたやつやから、上書きします。バカ野郎、スキップしねえよ。ここの音楽は聞こえてるよな。いや、マジでかっこいい。多分もうちょっと音を、間違えた。音大きくてもいい気がする。
Not be overlooked by his neighbors. The city where a man's home is his castle. A quarter acre of the dream made possible by victory.
この車かっこいいよな。この時代の車。
The city of opportunists.
ぶっちゃけ多少話は覚えてると思う。
The city of dreams, where Hollywood will shape the thoughts and desires of the entire planet. The city of pioneers. A city of dreamers. A city of undercurrents, where not everything is as it seems. A 20th century city that will become a model for the world. A city that has no boundaries, that will stretch as far as the eye can see. In the Marine Corps, you deal with the chain of command. Mistakes get made, but you deal with them. You know what you're fighting for and that you're on the same team. But dealing with corruption is like chasing shadows. You never know whether the guy you're talking to is on the pad, or whether it's your partner, or maybe even the watch commander. So who do you trust, Cole? I made up my mind a long time ago.
このイントロマジでかっこいいわ。
Go ahead, KGPL.
14 Adam, see the detective, an ambulance shooting at 6th and Industrial Street. Unit 16 William requests uniformed assistance for an evidence search. 14 Adam, code 2.
Roger, 14 Adam en route.
Here we go again. They
あ
don't
あ、早
request
速見つかったか。
uniforms for an evidence search
今回は
unless
カラー
there's
でや
some
る
kind
わ。
of catch.
Ever the optimist.
from the beam of sunshine himself.
Floyd Rose, homicide. You might back up?
Yes, sir. Phelps and Dunn, Wilshire Division.
We had a shooting took place down this alleyway. We have the Vic, Scooter Payton, a Negro male bagged up and on his way to Central Morgue. Witness says a tall white guy, our shooter, put two in the Vic's head and then threw his piece. I need you guys to try and recover the gat.
You want us to look anywhere in particular?
Give it your best shot, guys. The dead guy's a lowlife. I'm not expecting any miracles here.
And if we recover the weapon?
Bag it and return it to technical services.
You hurry it up, Floyd. We
I'm
got
outta
places
here.
to be.
Happy hunting.
This is a fist hump. Just going through the motions.
You're probably right. Let's just get it over and done.
All right, have it your way. We'll search right up to the back wall. If you still don't come up with anything, come find me and we'll talk it out. Two heads are always better than one.
これなんもないやつ。
Nothing significant.
Look at this junk. It's not my job to pick through other people's trash. Jesus. Cole, come take a look at this.
What do you think?
Have a good look around. It could be anywhere.
Shooter put him up against the wall and blew his brains out.
Hell of a way to go.
Doesn't really matter how
Hell
you
of a
go.
way to
once
go.
You're gone.
Don't get all deep on me, Phelps.
この手帳操作の時に丸×間違えるかもしれんな。ちょっと怖いな。
Ralph, there's something on the rooftop.
リボルバー。
How the hell did you see that?
Reflection in the window. Looks like it might be our weapon. I'm gonna see if I can find a way up there.
All right, don't hurt yourself.
このなんか暗さがええな。
The gun's up on the roof, right? So we need to find a way up. What kind of chumps do these homicide guys think we are?
あった。
How you doing, Cole?
Smith
it
and
yet?
Wesson.
Smith and Wesson.
Serial S71893. Two rounds fired, and instead of dropping it down a drain, our shooter hoists it up here. Interesting guy.
We should follow up on this now, before the perp tries to leave town.
手帳を開く。あ、違う。スミス&ウェストンのレボルバー。
We have the gun, Cole. Let's take it back to Central. We could get a commendation.
Could show some initiative, Ralph, and see if we can come up with an owner.
That's a long shot, Cole.
It's a pretty fancy gun. You know a local gun store?
Sure. There's a place a couple of blocks from here.
銃砲店操作。
Are you sure about this? It's not really our gig.
No harm in doing some digging. The suits didn't seem to give much of a damn.
such a little Boy Scout, Cole. You can't wait to get out of that uniform, can you?
You'd rather round up drunks than help old ladies across the road?
I'd rather get through the day without the captain's foot up my ass.
It'll be fine, Ralph. You worry too much.
Take the next right turn. Straight through the intersection. Keep going straight. Straight on. Straight on here.
なんか結構操作が
You should take the next
あれ
right.
やな。結構くるくる回るわ。
Take the next left.
ん
Take the next right. Turn left when you can. Stop just ahead.
Central guns.
Officers Phelps and Dunn. Can you tell us anything about this gun?
Smith & Wesson, Model 27, registered Magnum. Chambered for .357, nickel-plated with pearl grips. Same gun used by General Patton.
You're not suggesting he's the owner.
No, I'm not.
You seem to know a lot about the weapon.
I ought to. I sold it. You know, this piece will stop a rhino. These babies are only available special order. Here's my Smith & Wesson order book.
You mind if I take a look?
Be my guest. This is about something bad, right?
Model 27 with pearl grips, Cole.
Pearl grip.
You see it on there?
27.
We're in luck. Errol Schroeder.
Errol Schroeder.
203 South 46. Thanks, you've been a big help.
Anytime. Always happy to help out the LAPD.
Do we call it in?
Let's see if he's at home. Owning the gun doesn't prove he pulled the trigger.
Okay. In for a penny, in for a pound. Lead the way, Gunga Din.
あー、時間短縮のためにパートナーに運転してもらおうか。次からそうしよう。
Now that wasn't so hard, was it? Just because we're in uniform doesn't mean we can't use our initiative.
I guess so. Seems a little too good to be true. One-of-a-kind murder weapon bought locally using a real name? If Schroeder's our shooter, he's no criminal mastermind.
That's a
Most
good
of them
point.
aren't. That's why they get caught. And 2 out of every 3 crimes are done on impulse.
Another fact from the Phelps Encyclopedia of Thin Air. You really are full of it.
まあでもこういう会話が聞けるからな。
Schroeder, apartment 2.
Apartment 2.もういきなりこれやん。
What do you guys want?
I'm Officer Cole Phelps. This is Officer Dunn, Wilshire Division. You're the owner of a Smith & Wesson Model 27, nickel-plated with pearl grips?
I might be. What of it?
Then you'll be surprised to know that Scooter Payton was murdered tonight with your gun.
You're out of your mind. Scooter? He works for me. I have that gun here in my drawer. What the fuck is going on here?
You're under arrest, Schroeder. Cuff him, Ralph.
No way. You're not taking me down for this. You ready, tough guy?
うら。ほっ。ほっ。おら。バカめ。
Ralph, you all right?
I'm fine. I hardly felt
You alright?
He's lucky he caught me off guard.
Keep an eye on him, Ralph. I'm gonna take a look around.
なんこれ。グローブみたいなのが置いてあるの。レッドデッドみたいに探ったりはできんか。タバコ。
Doesn't look like anything.
なんもないんかい。なんもないやろこれも。
Maybe if... No. Don't think this is any use to us.
まあこれなんですけどね。アーティ・ローゼンバーグ46年9月。キャップだな。シュローダー
List of
の
names
手
and a
帳。
series of numbers.
ああ。
Floyd Rose's name is in this book.
Phelps, we can come out of this all bright and shiny with a commendation. Or stick our schlongs in a hornet's nest. Call it in, partner. And leave the book where you found it.
Officer Phelps, badge 1247, requesting.
殺人家の刑事がなんか絡んでるってことはなんかしらのなんかってことやねんな。これ以上わからんけど。これ今見たらキャラクターわかるからな。
You dumb fucking sons of bitches, get in this line now before I lose my temper.
Excuse me, Sergeant, but...
Excuse me? Fuck you. You say another word and I'll break your fucking head and have you in the brig.
Some of us are here for...
I know why you're here, asswipe. I'm having a bad day, Private. Some people don't seem to want to get on this bus.
Didn't ask for your help.
He didn't ask for your help. Can you believe this guy? Who are you two? Abbott and Costello?
We're here for OCS, Sergeant.
So it's the three fucking stooges and you're here for OCS. God help this fucking country and the USMC. The Japanese will do the world a favor and kill you quickly. All three of you are on report. What are your fucking names?
Phelps.
Kelso.
Merrill.
Any other gentlemen for OCS? OCS is at Elliott. You take the Camp Elliott bus over there. This bus is for MCRD. This bus is for men who want to fight.
US Marine Corps.
Well, you picked the right place, Cole. A city that needed an honest cop like a thirsty man needed water. You'd heard the stories, but you weren't interested. You were here to fight the good fight, solve cases, right wrongs. But the force is like politics. There's no sitting on the fence. You have to choose sides. A brown paper envelope or a Greyhound ticket to Palookaville. It could only ever end one way.
All units to 211 in progress and shots fired at Westlake Savings and Loan, 1415 West 3rd Street. Unit to handle identified code 3.
We'll take that. It's only a couple blocks from
14
here.
Adam calling KGPL. We'll handle the 211.
Roger that, 14 Adam. Be advised, suspects are armed and dangerous.
Roger KGPL. 14 Adam en route.
まあ明るいかっこええな。ここから行けるか。普通に行けばよかったなこんな裏路地通ってるパトカーないよな。この時代強盗もスーツ着てかっこいい猫でしとんだな。これが敵。ほらく
Weapons on the ground, now!
I got you covered, Cole! Try for the front door. Keep your goddamn head down. Use the cover, Phelps. We don't know how many are in there. Take it slow. Backup will be here soon.
LAPD, put down your weapons. The bank is surrounded. I'm offering you a chance to...
Chance, copper.
Stay down.
That's it? We got them all? I think we got them, Cole. Should be all clear. Lieutenant Hopkins says anytime you reach for the shotguns, you're either going to end up dead or wearing citation. So I guess
it's okay, Ralph.
なんか今の
You did well in there.
このパトロール時代
Glad you had my back.
限定のリボルバーとかって気がする。
This kind of opportunity comes along once in a lifetime, Hank. I have to grasp it.
You have to survive it first, Cole. Here are the veterans. The Japs love to shoot officers.
If I can make a name for myself in this war, my future...
Thinking of taking on a company of the Emperor's finest single-handed? You don't seem the Sergeant York type to me.
When I need your opinion, Kelso, I'll ask for it.
They talk about officers like you in boot camp, Cole. They call it the Custer Syndrome. Guys who go around dreaming of fame and glory and getting all of their men killed in the process.
Our duty is to lead, Kelso.
And their duty is to die for your wonderful future?
なんかああいう学校に行ったら指揮官になれるっていうシステムなんかな。
With some people, it's as simple as chemistry. Two guys who should have been friends, but their personalities got in the way. Phelps, a good guy, wound way too tight. And Kelso, a quiet man who could never walk away from a fight.
Well, it's a shame you don't like to talk about it, Cole.
Ralph, friends who want to stay friends don't discuss religion or politics. And in my case, you can add the war to that.
I know that bum. Wendell Bowers. I put him away before. He jumped parole. Get after him, Phelps. I'll head him off in the car.
Wendell Bowers! Stop! LAPD! You can go screw yourselves.
走れ。
Why, you! He's hiding in the alley!
引かれる。あーとかやって死ぬからな。
Bowers! Hold it right there!
Stop now or I will shoot. I won't tell you again, Wendell.
Jesus, son! Watch your fire!
Don't want to do this, Wendell.
橋を登ってる時にあんま近づくと蹴られるのよ。
Give it up, Wendell!
Stay the hell away from me! There's no way I'm going back inside. I've done my time.
It's over, Bowers!
You assholes already screwed me once.
Give it up, Bowers! There's nowhere left to go!
くそ、こっちから回れへんのか。思いっきり待ってんねんこいつ。お、あれなんかバシッとかやられるんじゃなかったっけ。ほら。お、
How you doing,
伸びた。
Wendell? Your parole officer's feeling lonely. He's got a hole in his life for an asshole like you. You can make it up to him in 10 years' time. Watch your head. This hump will be back in the Iron Hotel by tomorrow night. Nice work, Cole. You run track in high school?
Part of the tradition of the Marine
過
Corps
去のエ
being
ピ
an
ソードめっ
officer
ちゃ
in the
入る
Marine
な。
Corps is the ability to make tough decisions. The right decision is not always the popular one. The right decision will get the men you care about killed. These ratings and your ability to give them frankly and truthfully directly affect your chances of successfully becoming a Marine officer. Candidate Phelps, you have the floor. Esprit de Corps, Merrill 10, Franklin 8, Weiss 8, Donahoe 6, Kowalski 6, Hudson 5, Kelso 2. Leadership, Donahoe 8, Franklin 7, Merrill 6, Kowalski 6, Weiss 5, Hudson 5, Kelso 1. Candidate Kelso.
I'm sorry, Captain, but I joined the Marine Corps to fight the enemy, not get involved in this schoolboy chicken shit.
Kelso, in my office, now!
For every cop, there's the case that makes you. Gives you that leg up. Gets you recognized as the shining new star in the squad. The case that you solve that shows that you have the gumption, the gung-ho, the get up and go to make you stand out from your average rank and file
この
patrol.
事件尋問があるんじゃなかったっけ。
This could be the one goal.
死んでます。
LAPD, could you stand clear of the body, please? Has anyone called an ambulance?
We've called an ambulance and the police, but I'm afraid he's dead.
Okay, stand further back and move along. It's your choice, but make it quick, people.
Hey, Cole. You got here quick.
My beat crosses 7th Street.
Okay. You're first reporting then. We'll get a perimeter going and move the crowd on. You better see what you can find out before the homicide dicks show up. I'll be with you in a moment.
Broad daylight, a crowded street. Now I've seen everything.
Everybody stay back. Let us do our job.
C. Galetta. Layaway receipt. Pearl earrings. Made out to Bank of Arcadia.
Necktie かっこええよな。
All right. Yes, it's a dead person.
FN Browning. Serial number 01138. Might need to run it by a gun store.
Eagleson's gun store's a couple blocks from here.
Shell casings. These look like 32s.
This guy in the crowd thinks he saw something, Cole. You better take a statement.
Any ideas?
This guy in the crowd thinks he saw something, Cole. You better take a statement.
Sir, I'm Officer Phelps. What exactly did you see?
I heard the shots. I thought it was a car backfiring. I saw a girl run at the shoe store.
I'm trying to imagine you with a personality.
Speak to the witness before homicide arrives, Phelps. And if you think she's lying, don't be afraid to get forceful. Verbally, of course. And don't accuse her of anything without proof. Lawyers love that shit. And if you're sure she's straight up, try the general approach. See what you can coax out of her. Don't you people have anything better to do?
Can I help you, sir?
I'm Officer Phelps, miss. I'm here about the shooting. Did you know the victim?
He was my boss. Mr. Gage.
Mr. Gage's first name.
Everett.
And you are?
Galleta. Clovis Galleta.
Saあ聞くか。
Do you think you could tell me exactly what happened, miss?
I look around the shops at lunch. I was in a store when Mr. Gage, my boss, bursts in yelling that I'm late on my lunch.
And?
We came back. I was angry. I walked in front. I heard shots. I turned and saw Mr. Gage fall.
今見たらわかるけど、めっちゃ顔に出てるんやな。
I'm having a hard time believing that, young
間違えたわ。
You want to be taken to a police cell?
You're hardly any older than me. Don't you dare talk to me that way.
A man is dead, Miss Galetta, and it's a criminal offense to lie to a police officer. I ought to take you downtown.
Get out. Get out right now. Send in one of the other policemen if you must, but I won't say another word to you.
We have the murder weapon?
But no murderer. Girl saw it all, but she clammed up on me. We could trace the gun.
Eagleson's gun store's a couple blocks from here.
You thinking what I'm thinking?
Tate, maintain the perimeter.
You're behind the wheel.
What did I tell you about going too hard on the witness? She's a store assistant, not a prisoner of war.
Is that supposed to be funny?
I'm just saying that sometimes you need to pour some sugar on these broads. A little bedside manner can go a long way.
And since when are you the expert? We got the murder weapon, didn't we?
You shouldn't dole it out if you can't take it, Phelps. She was a looker, though. Tell me I'm wrong.
No wonder you're
最
suddenly
初
so
に
obsessed
反証
with
するに
bedside
してもいい
manner.
かもな。まず疑うじゃなくて。
Officers, what can I do you for?
Officers Phelps and Dunn, sir, Wilshire Division. We need you to trace a serial number.
Sure. What's the make and model?
FN Browning, model 1922. The serial number is 01138.
You don't say. Well, I didn't sell it. Europeans love them, but it's pretty rare you find one over here. Although I did have one in here a couple of weeks back.
Remember the owner?
Yeah. Kalu. Edgar Kalu was his name. Thing looks like he'd never been fired, but he brought it in here for cleaning anyway. Then he bought a box of cartridges and he left.
Do you know where we can find Mr. Kalu?
Told me he was on his lunch break. Said he worked at Hartfield's jewelry store just up on Broadway.
Thanks for your help. You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Officer, can I interest you in a new watch?
Officer Cole Phelps, are you Edgar Kalu?
No. Mr. Kalu is out back. He said he'd lie down. I'll buzz him for you.
Let's get.
Son of a bitch! Go, Cole, go!
No way!
Kalu, get back here!
I want the 5-star goddamn wedding. I can't decide between the tuna fish.
There he is, officer.
Stop or I will shoot! Edgar Kalu, you're under arrest for the murder of Everett Gage.
The case that makes you, and the case that breaks you. The one you never solve, the one that keeps you awake at night. The case that gnaws at your guts and ruins your marriage. The case that keeps you propping up a bar as you relive the what-ifs, the might-have-beens, the half-leads, and the half-truths. The case that other cops murmur about whenever you walk past. The case you never, ever discuss.
God's mill may grind slowly, but it grinds finely, son. I hear it's you who nabbed our malefactor from the shooting yesterday.
Yes, sir.
Then tell me, boyo, I hear you're quite the climber, a man of initiative. How would you like a chance at smiting this man with the sword of justice?
You're asking me to conduct the interview, sir?
I am, young Phelps. You've only been with us a short time and you've assembled yourself a stellar arrest
質問見てたけ
record.
どな。
Not to mention the fine work you did in the war, sending heathens back to the hell they came from. But I'm curious as to whether you can turn your hand to interrogation. Takes a
いや、
certain
センスは
animal
ない
cunning,
な。
Do you think you might be ready for that?
Yes, sir. I think I am.
Good man. You need many things for a conviction, young Phelps. A motive, opportunity, hard evidence,
あ、そういえばなんかこれセリフのログが見れるんやったっ
If
け？
you fail in the former, you can always use a modicum of violence to obtain the latter. How are you feeling, lad?
Fine, sir.
Very good. The evidence is overwhelming. May the cat eat him and the cat be eaten by the devil. Bring me a confession, young Phelps. This is your chance. Don't fail me.
Has my lawyer arrived yet? I want to see my lawyer.
A lawyer can't help you, Mr. Kalu. You shot a man dead in cold blood. You're going to have to pay for that. Let's talk about the shooting. Do you deny shooting Everett Gage?
I'm a businessman. I run a jewelry store. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm sure my lawyer can clear all this up.
まあ嘘ではあるんよなこれ。
You deny owning a Browning pistol, serial number 01138.
I owned a gun, yes, but it was stolen in a burglary a couple years ago. You can't prove I used my gun on Gage.
嘘つけ。2週間前に点検っつって。
You had the gun cleaned and bought a new box of ammunition. The store owner remembers you and where you work.
Is that so? It's amazing what the Nebbishes will
新たな
recall
糸
when it
口。
suits them.
動機は宗教的。
Let's change the subject. You fasting for Yom Kippur, Mr. Kalu?
Yeah, let's change the subject, you going motherfucker. How about baseball?
You're not denying you're a Jew, Mr. Kalu.
This is America. It's not Germany. It's not a crime.
Some people don't like Jews, Mr. Kalu.
Yeah, and I guess you're one of them.
Gage hated Jews, didn't he, Mr. Kalu?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You're lying, Kalu. I think you lent Gage money, and he owed you payment.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You なんかそういう話ではなかった気がする。
You don't ask, you never find out. You left-wing leaning parasite. You expect me to sit here and listen to your drivel?
You call me that? You sit there and you call me those names, you goddamn goy butt snatcher? You and that stup Gage!
Why did you do it, Mr. Kalu?
Gage. He's in the Chamber of Commerce. He's in with all those momsers. He blocked every proposal I ever put forward. Kike this and kike that. He's been trying to ruin my business for years.
Edgar Kalu, I'm charging you with the first-degree murder of Everett Gage. I respect your beliefs and your right to hold them. I hope for your sake the jury can commute to murder in the second degree. May God have mercy on you, sir.
Masterfully done, Officer Phelps. It is just, Officer Phelps.
もう一回反証して、そのフェルプスがなんかどの線でその疑ってるかみたいなのを聞いてからの方が安全よ。
A shining, honest face the public can admire. I applaud a man with your talent for unwavering justice. Back to your duties for now, Boyle. But here's a piece of advice. Get yourself 2 suits, get them pressed. You'll be needing them.
「合格したー」
Here's your new desk, kid. You're on traffic. The hot sheet is posted here, next to the map.
What's his problem?
That's Biggs. He's an institution.
Biggs かっこええな。
Why couldn't they build a freeway that goes past my place?
They haven't even approved the money yet, kid. The bond issue won't be till December. It'll be years before any of this will happen. Here's your new partner, Stefan Burkowski.
I've heard all about you, Phelps. You go easy on me and let me earn the odd citation, and maybe we'll get along fine.
I'm here to learn, Detective.
Oh, he's an intense one, isn't he, Mel?
Who's intense?
The newly minted detective here, Cole Phelps.
Hi, Phelps. I'll be keeping an eye on you.
ロイおしゃれ。この色のジャケット着れる人なかなかおらんやろ。
Who was that, Commander?
Roy Earl, chief detective and advice.
Do they all dress like movie stars?
Well, Roy is a movie star. And the whole of the seedy side of L.A. is his audience.
What is that supposed to mean?
Stick with me, kid. You'll find out.
And now some housekeeping. Warm Central Division welcome for Detective Cole Phelps. Some of you guys may know Phelps. He's the cop who broke the jewelry store murder. Stand up and take a bow, Phelps.
If it's all right with you,
That's
sir.
That's an order, Phelps.
Shh, quiet, everybody.
Phelps is one of only 2 serving LAPD officers who received the Silver Star during the war. Really gave it those lousy Japanese, eh, Phelps?
I did my best, Captain.
Why are you war heroes always so modest? I've partnered Phelps with everybody's favorite Pole, Stefan Bukowski.
Hope you like work, kid. Bukowski sure as hell doesn't.
Well, that's why we have partners, right?
Okay, can it, guys. Stick with Bukowski. He's a good cop. He knows traffic inside and out. I'm going to start you out with one case. You do okay? I'll give you a couple
なんか
more.
後ろ
You
ト
screw
ータル
up, you'll be
貨物
rousing
サイ
vagrants
ズ
and running
件数書いてあ
license
る。
plates. Now get down to the PE Freight Depot, 6th and Alameda. A patrolman called in a suspicious vehicle. Signs of foul play. See what you can find out.
Come on, Phelps.
Bust in there and find the goddamn evidence.
パシフィック電鉄なんとかかんとか。
Door knocking all morning.
They really pushed you through quick, didn't they? 6 years on patrol before I got this desk. You were here in 5 minutes.
What do you want me to say? I didn't ask for any favors.
For your song and dance right now.
I used to be indecisive.
Just need a cop.
You know this place?
Sure. Near the old gas works and signal depot in the warehouse district. I'll direct. So, tell me a little about yourself, Phelps.
Are we friends now, Bukowski?
We have to work together. Don't be so touchy.
I grew up in San Francisco. My father was in shipping. Went to college at Stanford. Did 2 years ROTC before Marine OCS at Camp Elliott. Shipped out in early '45 as a first lieutenant and fought in the Okinawa campaign. I was wounded, shipped back home. Did a year on the beat.
So you won the Silver Star.
I don't want to talk about it.
Now let me get this straight. You single-handedly killed 40 Japs on this hill in Okinawa.
No.
You were up there all night, draped in the flag, knife between your teeth, gun at the ready.
You finished?
The Emperor Hirohito himself leading the charge against you.
I did my part, Bukowski. What did you do?
I kept the streets of L.A. safe for the people.
Yeah. Now I get it. Unfit for service.
No, fuck you, Phelps. I earned a bravery citation during the Zuda riots.
Sounds like you had it rough.
I did my job.
No one is saying you didn't.
You're a goddamn menace!
やべ。
All units, a 459 just occurred at 6th and Saris. Any unit to handle, code 2 identified.
今ビング・クロスビーがかかってるラジオで。
I did 6 years as a patrolman.
That's the third time you've told me.
さっき言ってた以外にももう一回してたんや、その話。
Kowski! Go on through. Parking lot straight ahead.
I need to get back to work, officer.
The detectives are here now. You repeat to them what you told me.
I did the right thing by calling this in. I'm just a working stick.
Just give them your story and you'll be all right.
This is your first case, Phelps. It's okay to admit it if you're stumped. If you don't know what to do next, just come talk to me and we'll see what we can figure out.
Thanks, Stefan. You're okay.
ちな、どういう事件で出したっけお。イーストダウンタウン工場街のパシフィック電鉄貨物駅に乗り捨てられた車について、証言によるとどうやら事件。
I'm Officer Hart.
Phelps, traffic. What have you got?
Abandoned car, probably stolen. The solid citizen is Nate Wilkie. He called it in.
What gives with the coroner?
There's blood all over the interior. Someone's copped a full Broderick, but no stiff as yet.
We have an owner for the car?
The car is registered to an Adrian Black, just north of Bunker Hill.
All right. We'll take a look around.
I'll keep Mr. Wilkie talking, but don't make him wait too long. He's the restless type.
さっき手がかり探そう。めちゃ血ついてるな。
Looks to have lost a lot of blood. Not much help.
Slaughterhouse.
Mr. F.
生きた豚の購入レシート。
Pig yesterday? Sir, I'm Detective Phelps.
Name's Nate Wilkie.
You found the vehicle?
Sure. Saw it just sitting there. Strange place to be parking your car. Figured I'd better take a look. And then I saw all the blood. So I called the police.
Mind if I ask what you were doing out here?
Well, I work for the railway. I was on my way out to the switch and reckoned I'd take a shortcut.
Did
you see anybody else in the yard? Maybe somebody hanging around the car?
Nope. I hadn't seen a soul all day till you boys turned up.
Do you know Adrian Black, Mr. Wilkie?
No, sir. That ain't a name I'm familiar with.
You ever
seen the car before?
Funny enough, I did. A couple of nights ago, it was over there in the parking lot. I know most of the cars are parked here regularly, so it kind of stood out.
Thank you for your help.
Patience, Mr. Wilkie. If you don't mind waiting a little longer, I'm sure we'll have more questions once we've had a look around. Stenzel glasses. Home repaired by the look of it. Happier times, I guess.
これなんでここに外に落ちてるの
？32 years old, married. Sounds like an average guy. What was he doing out here?
えこれ 32？ 今32やから、これ32より若いってことやろ？マジで？
Brand name might give us something to go on.
Hey, Flatfoot, you're looking to get rid of that old crate? I'll give you a nickel for it.
なんかヤジを言ってきてる人がおるな。
Help me out.
Have a word with the witness. It's not often we get eyeballs in a case like this.
The wallet by the car. Was there anything in it when you arrived?
You accusing me of something, mister?
なんか嘘ついてんじゃん。
Do you want the patrolman to hold you down while we turn out your pockets, Mr. Wilkie?
Maybe I checked inside that wallet. Not that I was gonna steal anything. Maybe I took a look. But there weren't no money in there. Not even change.
We found a steel pipe with blood on it near the car. Do you know anything about it, Mr. Wilkie?
No, sir. I went straight for the law when I saw the car was full of blood.
これほんまやな。
When you saw the blood, was it wet, bright red, or darker like it is now?
Darker, I'd say. Looked dry already.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Wilkie. We'll contact your employer if we need anything more from you.
If you have to, I guess. I can't really spend no more time over this.
Somebody's got to inform the wife, Phelps. If you're done here, we'll head over there now.
.620 Bunker Hill Avenue. You know where that is?
Behind Bunker Hill. A couple blocks north of Central Station.
So, what's
なんだあの人。
We play it by the book. There's no stiff yet, so let's see how it plays out.
Any unit able to handle citizen reports at 211.
Could be a car theft gone wrong. Make Black drive somewhere lonely, then give him a tap.
But why leave the car?
Well, obviously, someone got a little heavy-handed.
It's the wrong way around.
Well, how so, genius?
Where is Adrian? If you've gone to all the trouble to steal the car and it goes wrong, you leave the body behind, not the car.
You got something there, Phelps. It doesn't add up. You read about the guy in the crossing yesterday?
No, what happened?
Over on Lincoln Avenue. This guy's driving along and his oil light comes on. He stops the car and gets out. He pops the hood and...
He's on a rail crossing.
Oh, you got it. He's got his head under there checking the oil, and the Southern Pacific Freight slams into his car doing 90 miles an hour. Car came to a rest more than a mile down the track.
What a pointless waste of life.
You'll get plenty of blood and guts and mindless stupidity working traffic, Phelps. And who needs a Second Amendment when we'll give a goddamn fool the license to get behind the wheel of an automobile?
If it's a kidnapping, why leave the victim's ID? If it's a murder, why leave the car? The evidence doesn't add up.
Free lesson, Phelps. Evidence will only get you so far. You ask me, the whole thing feels hinky as hell.
What I wouldn't give to have your powers of intuition, Bukowski.
Don't worry, kid. Keep watching the master and you'll get there one day.
Let's go introduce ourselves. You talk to her, Phelps. I'm no good at this shoulder to cry on stuff.
Just a minute.
LAPD, Mrs. Black. May we come in?
近すぎる。
We have some bad news, and we'd rather discuss this in private.
I'm Margaret Black. We can discuss this in the living room. Please come in.
Your husband drives a blue Lincoln, Mrs. Black?
ああ、これまあリンカンっていうね。
The car has been found abandoned, and I'm afraid there are signs of foul play.
I knew something was wrong when he didn't come home.
We believe your husband may be injured. We found a pipe on the scene with blood on it.
Oh no! My poor Adrian!
Does the name Insta-Heat mean anything to you, ma'am?
Yes, it does. We've just had a new water heater installed.
Whereabouts, Mrs. Black?
Just outside the kitchen window, at the side of the house.
I'd like you to try and stay calm and remember everything that you can about last night. My partner and I are going to take a look around. When you're ready, we're going to have some more questions for you. Is that okay?
Of course, officer. Anything to help secure my husband's safety.
Well, let's check the place out. Come on.
「絶対に何もない」
Have a good look around. There's got to be something in here to go on.
パシフィックノースウェスト、ロサンゼルス発、シアトル着。
A used ticket to Seattle and a suitcase gone missing. Someone couldn't wait to get out of this house. Separate bedrooms, separate pictures. What gives here? This must be Adrian's. Stencil, so the glasses are a match. Kavanaugh's.
Kavanaugh's
So who brought
bar.
this home? Maybe Adrian was a patron. R&I should have an address.
Patron っていう言い方するんや、常連って。まあ、貢献してるってことやんな。眩しすぎて読めへんわ。
This was only recently installed, not 2 days ago.
Maybe it's time we took a look around outside.
新聞や。
Lie down, make yourself comfortable. So, you're a friend of Courtney's?
Yes, Doctor.
He seems very concerned about you.
I have these visions. These blinding visions. I can't get them out of my head. My skull, it feels like it's in a
I'm
vice.
going to give you something to calm your nerves. I want to take you on a journey back. I want you to remember the good things about your past, occasions that made you laugh, times that made you smile.
この人怖っ。ちなみに声レッドデッドのマイカの人やからな。
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need an address on a Kavanaugh's bar.
Certainly, Detective. One moment. Kavanaugh's Bar, corner of Aliso and Hewitt, south side of Union Station.
Thanks for your help.
ガチャン。何やったっけ、インスタヒートか。インスタヒート。あ、ここ開けれる？
It would take a smarter man than me to connect that.
No use leaving the thing half finished.
合ってんのかな。あ、合ってた。
So the pipe missing from Mr. Black's heater is the same one that killed him. Huh. Seems like the assailant is a little closer to home.
Hmm, まだ手がかりある？話せばいいんか。
We found a receipt in the trunk of your husband's car for a live pig. This receipt was made out to an F. Morgan.
A pig? Adrian runs a tool business. That would be Frank Morgan. God knows what he's up to.
What makes you say that about Morgan, ma'am?
He's the foreman at my husband's plant. A very shady character. I've told Adrian he needs to keep his distance from the staff.
工場の責任者。
They're always out drinking together.
Was your husband wearing his glasses when he left here yesterday?
Yes, he just bought a new pair.
That's a lie, Margaret. You know exactly what Perry was wearing because you were there.
You're being flat out ridiculous now. Why don't you show me some proof of where I was supposed to be?
その場にいた。
If I was there,
違かったわ。
at least I'd know what happened to him. But I don't, detective.
嘘じゃない顔やったか、今のは。
But that is the most terrible feeling.
Did your husband tell you where he was going last night?
All he said was he was going to meet Frank for a drink.
So nothing out of the usual then.
Well, he came home early from work. He never comes home early. And he went out early, too. He normally never leaves for the bar till about 7.
Your husband frequents Kavanaugh's bar?
How did you know that? Adrian practically lives there after work.
それは相当入り浸ってんな。
So Adrian spends a lot of time there.
Up until recently, he's been away in Seattle a lot on business.
I think you should come clean with us, Mrs. Black. Your husband is missing, and after our search, I'm willing to call the circumstances suspicious. Can you account for your movements last night?
You're not accusing me, are you? What an awful thing to say. I was here all night, of course, waiting for Adrian to come home.
Is there anyone who can vouch for that?
Well,
正直な人やったわ、結局。
I was here alone. I cooked Adrian's dinner and
全員が怪しく見えてくるゲームや
but
か
he
ら
never
な。
came home.
いやー、もったいなかったな。信じとけばよかったな。まだなんかあるっぽいんよな。
I'm at a loss.
Make sure you cover all the rooms. We don't want to miss anything.
邪魔やったな。これはやっぱりそうですねのやつか。あ、まだある。
Not sure this means much.
あれこれまだなんかあるんか。ああ、これや。To my Adrian.
To my Adrian. This thing gets more and more interesting.
面白くなってきた。はい。どう？あ、終わった。もろろーん。
Advice?
Get a statement from Mrs. Black, but go easy on her. She's had a rough day.
まだある？
I'm all right now, detectives.
そったそった。あ、これか。
Tell us about the photo of Adrian in the bedroom.
What is there to tell? It's from his most recent business trip to Seattle.
さっきちょっと横見とったけど、これは正直な顔かな。これ正直な顔やな、多分な。あ、これ正直な顔や。あ、違うわ。マジ。
He was meeting with some distributors. Adrian said that it was important to make contact interstate if he was going to grow his business.
We'll keep you informed, Mrs. Black.
Please do, detective.
めっちゃ騙された。これだから。
What now?
Let's go to Kavanaugh's bar. If Adrian was a regular, we might be able to get a new angle down.
Okay.
Jesus, I'm glad to be out of there.
Mr. and Mrs. Black don't seem to have the happiest home life.
He's too scared to divorce her, and she's too much of a shrinking violet to throw him out. If this hadn't happened, they could have stayed miserable together forever.
You think she could have killed him?
She sure as hell doesn't seem the type, but stranger things have happened.
I wouldn't feel safe in a tank with you driving.
お、これか。遠くからでもわかる。
Hey, I know you.
No, you don't.
You looking for someone?
You know
Want a
Frank
tip?
Morgan?
Refill my coffee faster next time. Frank's a
honey.
regular. He's a loner in the back.
Regular.
Root beers all around, doll.
What?
Frank Morgan?
Who's asking?
Me
Olive
asking.
oil comes from olives. Where does baby oil come
あ、こっちか。
Cole Phelps, LAPD.
get
I
a
understand you're a friend of Adrian Black.
Yeah, I know him.
Are you aware that he's missing?
No, I hadn't heard that.
なんかちっちゃいテーブルやな。
We found Black's car abandoned in a freight depot, covered in blood. You know anything about that, Morgan?
Hell no. I'm sorry to hear that.
あ、絶対嘘。
I like Adrian. He's a good boss.
Please, don't tell me you actually believe this jerk-off, Phelps.
You're lying,
その
Morgan.
口何？
You were there.
And you're talking out your ass, detective. How about you prove I was out at that rail yard?
あー、その証拠はないな。うざいなぁ。
Looks like I was mistaken.
おもろ。あの口調で言っといて。この顔マジで。
I think you
あ、
were
違うかった。
You drove down there and you let Black have it.
Ooh, I'm a bad boy. That the best you got?
マジで
When did you last see Adrian?
Hell, I don't know. I had plenty to drink last night. Things are a little sketchy.
You're lying, Morgan. What happened to Adrian?
I have 10 guys who say I was here the whole night. You think you can prove I was there?
うーん。モーガンに関する証拠はっていうか、いた証拠にもう2回聞かれてるからな。現場にいた証拠。 で、このモーガンに関する記録はこの豚のレシートしかないんやな。
I thought cops had their own bars.
You signed your name and left it on the slaughterhouse.
よかった。
We couldn't have you colder if we found you curled up in the back seat.
All right, all right. I helped him. He wanted it to look like his car got hijacked. He's fallen for some dame up in Seattle, and now he's got to go start a new life with her. Goddamn fool.
Where exactly is Black holed up?
No idea. I think he took off for Seattle.
Lies, lies, and more lies, Morgan. You know where he is.
What have you got that says I know where he is?
Night. ないと思うんやが。
You're off the hook. For now.
マジで直感に頼ってみよう。コミュニティに聞く。あ、疑うなんや。ああ、そうか。根拠がないからか。
I'm tired of your shtick, Morgan.
最後めっちゃ目見開いてた。
Or we take you out in the alley and we knock it out of you.
He's holed up at my place. He's waiting for some money to come through.
今の嘘の顔なんやな。
An address? It's an apartment house at the corner of Temple and Figueroa. Apartment number 2.
Apartment number 2.
I think that's all. Thanks for your help, Morgan. We appreciate it.
Hey, I'm just glad I could help. I love cops.
一発殴ってから行くことにするよ。
It's up to you, Phelps. There's no way I'm writing this idiot up.
こんなんあるん？
Father hates him.
逮捕しとこう。残念でした。
You got Morgan's address? Let's get over to his apartment.
これ知らんかったな。多分初めてやった時失敗したんやろな。なんかガシャン聞こえたけど。
I've met some pretty good liars in my time. People who sound convincing because they actually believe their own bullshit. The type is clever, hard to catch out.
Frank Morgan is not one of those people.
No, he is not.
KGPL calling car 11K. 11K, come in.
11K, go ahead.
Blood found in the abandoned Lincoln at the PE freight depot is not human. Repeat, not human. Compositional analysis reveals swine as the most likely match.
Roger, KGPL. Time to reel this guy in, Phelps.
Any unit able to handle citizen reports at 211.
フランクが帰ってこうへんくってちょっとビビってるんちゃうんあいつ。エイドリアン。やべ、ここ一通の道やん。
Let's check the place out. Come on.
Apartment 2.
Help you, gentlemen?
LAPD detectives, Mr. Black. You're under arrest.
Look, I'm really sorry about this. I never tried to hurt anyone. I just needed to get away from LA. I won't put up a struggle. Just let me get my things.
やっぱりな。
Let's go after him. I'll try and head him off in the car. Remember, the gun is the last resort.
こういう展開になる。
There's no point running, Adrian.
逃げたら死ぬぞ。撃ち殺すぞ。
Mr. Black, get back here right now.
手が手がズル向けになるそれ。
It's over, Adrian.
はい、無駄。
Why not just come clean with her, Black? Why the melodrama?
I thought it would be easier.
No, it just got a whole lot harder. Adrian Black, you're under arrest for conspiracy and fraud. We'll see what the DA has to say about wasting police resources on a wild goose chase like this.
You're gonna lose your wife, lose your job, and probably end up in the big house. I hope she was worth it, Adrian.
あれで32か。39。
That turned out to be quite some case, huh? Adrian, what an idiot. You got an arrest and a clearance in your first case, and in fine style, too. Well done, detective. Efficient investigation technique, good public presence. You keep that up, and you learn from Bukowski here. Go a long way in this department.
ちょっと間違えたな。事件解決。おー、なるほどね。ブラック夫人は忍耐強いタイプではない。今言われてもな。The consul's car. これエピソードの途中で終わらなあかんかったらちょっとめんどくさいな。めんどくさいっていうかなんか気持ち悪いな。
Okay, we're gonna keep this short. I'm already late for the DA. First up, Phelps, Bukowski. We got a report of a brand new Packard abandoned in an empty lot off 2nd Street between Olive and Grand. PR is one Oswald Jacobs says the vehicle was dumped in his backyard. There's a patrolman on site. Get down there and see what you can turn up. Any questions? Good. Get going.
オズワルド・ジェイコブズの通報による、乗り捨てられた車。すごい柄のネクタイやな。おしゃれやな。着替えれるんやったっけ？無理かな。
Are you drunk, mister? Or are you just cracked?
Looks like you were a big pain in the neck. Now I have a much lower.
別にこのパトカーで行かんでええよな。こっちでええよな。
An abandoned vehicle. We catch all the good ones, huh, Phelps?
Sounds like there's more to it than that. Nobody dumps a shiny new Packard unless they borrowed it without asking.
You don't say.
おー、新
You're
車
on。fire today, Einstein.
Very funny.
めっちゃ近いやん。
Come on, my intense protege. Let's go save the world. You hear about Adrian?
あれこれなんか道間違ってる気がするな。
Wife says she's gonna take him back.
Women generally show more compassion.
What are you talking about? Adrian dumped on her. He was humping his secretary. Margaret should show some pride.
Pride comes before a fall, Bukowski. Talking from experience.
くっそ道間違えてんな。
KGPL to any unit. The 459, they're now at 267 South Main. Unit to handle code 2 identified.
You need to take the next left. Cross over, keep going straight. Go left now. Left here. Take the next right. You know, we might get there quicker if you use the siren. Right here. Go straight through here.
Oh. ああ、この事件か。
Phelps, traffic.
I'm Officer Houlihan. Cars down the alleyway, detectives.
なんかこの事件結局うまいことできんくって真相があんまりいまいち
Yes, sir.
や
The
った
car
気
has
がする。
flags. Might be some kind of
初めて
diplomatic
やった
vehicle?
時。
Has anyone touched this vehicle since you arrived?
No. And that Jacobs bird over there was on station before I got here.
We'll talk with him in a moment. Give us some time to look the place over.
Sure, take your time. He's a sore-headed old son of a bitch anyway.
It's owned by the Argentinian embassy.
Empty.
Stealing the wheels is for amateurs. The car ring would have stripped it in a warehouse.
Run a few rounds through this revolver. See if we get it.
これ以上なんもないか。
I must have taken the flag as a souvenir. Can't have any street value.
111
I
クラ
don't
ブ。
think so.
あれや、出てくる。このストーリーの後の方で出てくるんじゃなかったっけ。この事件ではないけど。
Circumstantial.
Combination wrench. Must have used it to remove the wheel lugs.
Property of Dewey Brothers.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
Could you run the name Dewey Brothers? Possibly a dealership or car mechanics workshop.
One moment. Dewey Brothers Packard Dealership, 629 Figueroa
パッ
Street.
カードのディーラーなんや。
Thanks, man.
We better see what this Jacobs guy has to say. The car was dumped in his backyard, after all.
Oswald Jacobs?
That's right.
なんなんこのおっさんキモいな。
Last night, I was looking out of my window. I like to keep an eye on what's going on.
I can understand that.
You see this empty lot? Damn kids play stickball here. Always breaking my windows. Always asking for their ball back.
Can we get back to the car, Mr. Jacobs?
Don't be impatient, Sonny. Anyways, last night I see this brand spanking new Packard up on bricks.
Did you see who stole the Packard?
Hell yes, I did. I saw 3 goddamn Mexicans going to work on it.
Can you tell us what they were doing?
Using the headlights of an old Ford so they could strip the thing. I yelled out to them, "I'll call the cops." So they loaded up their car and drove off, tooting and hollering and yelling obscenities at me in Mexican.
You speak Spanish, sir?
No, I do not.
After the Mexicans left, you didn't go anywhere near the car?
After I scared them off? No, I didn't go anywhere near that car.
なんか分かりづらいな。嘘かな。
You went out to the car. Once they were gone, you had to take a look for yourself.
I was curious. Ain't no law against that. So what if I took a look around that car? You can't be accusing me of nothing.
Tell me about the car they were driving.
It was an old Ford. I didn't catch the license number.
You look like the kind of guy who notices details.
You're right there. The car was old, but it looked brand new. Candy apple red paint job stands out a mile.
それは結構なヒントやな。
What exactly did you see them take?
They was working on the tires. That's all that was took.
これ嘘の顔か。
Why did you take the license plate?
Me? Well, what'd I do with license plates? You saying I have them?
?わしが持ってる証拠ないな。
Sorry. My mistake. Right. So what did you take, Jacobs? Do you want my partner to pat you down?
I found a notebook in the glove compartment. I was going to show you. It's on the chair on my porch.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Jacobs. You can speak to Officer Thibault about signing a formal statement.
When you get the car out of the way, maybe you could come back and do something about those kids.
Well, how about we bring you an umpire's mask?
何それ。何なんそれ。審判のマスク。
doesn't appear to be connected.
またなんかあるっぽいんやな。
Please tell me what's
This
going
is a
on.
secure area. You all need to leave.
I don't know why you're doing that, buddy, but I wish you'd stop.
I'm stumped. Ideas?
Jacobs dumped the book he was reading in a hurry when we walked up. Curious what he didn't want.
そうだそうだ。なんかスマートフォン見てるように見えた。そうか、こういう展開があるんか。これだ。これ知らんな。これ前出てこんかったんやな。
Okay, so we have the owner of the vehicle, a degenerate. I'll run John
なんで
Madison by R&I.
デジェネレートってなんでそんなわかるん？これか、書いてある内容か。まだあるわ。ウィリアム・デューイ。あれ
Contact details on a William Dewey. This looks like business rather than pleasure.
もうええ、もうええ。車の持ち主の手記やんな。
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
Can you put me through to Michigan 2458, please?
Connecting you now.
Hello, can I help you?
LAPD, ma'am. Can I speak to John Madsen, please?
He's at school, officer. What's this about? Is he in trouble?
How old is your boy, ma'am?
Just turned 16.
Wrong person, Mrs. Madsen. Sorry to disturb you. Any messages?
There's just one message for you, Detective. A four-door Packard diplomatic license number Paul Robert 706 was reported missing this morning by Juan Francisco Valdez.
お、自ら名乗り出た。
He's already here at Central, Detective. He's demanding an audience, as he calls it.
Thanks. Can you get a message to Captain Leary? Tell him we'll be in as soon as we can. Thank you.
Central
Can you cordon off
Division.
this lot until we have the vehicle impounded?
Yes, sir, Detective.
Follow up on the owner. Get a statement from Jacobs, and I'll read your report back at the station.
行きましょう。
Come on.
We can visit the Packard dealership or head back to Central and interview this Valdez character. Your call. This has got to be the 50th abandoned vehicle call we have caught this year. One more and I'm going to go crazy.
Not your favorite cases?
You kidding me? This is barely even police work. Of all the bad guys in this city, we get lumped with the ones who can't even be bothered to keep what they steal.
道間違えた。現場にレンチが落ちてて、その多分所有者の場所。
Don't tell me, let me guess. You were making your way past the lot, caught sight of the new model four-door, and couldn't help yourself. You could see yourself in that car and just had to take a closer look. Well, I can't say as I blame you.
LAPD, Mac. We'd like to speak with the owner.
That's me, William Dewey, proprietor, at your service.
We're investigating the theft of a Packard belonging to the Argentine embassy. Are you missing a combination wrench?
I don't know, Detective, but I know how we can find out. Follow me. We keep all our tools in here.
Mind if we look around?
Be my guest.
No good. We need diplomatic plates.
You sure you guys aren't interested in a new car? Huh? Maybe a used car. I have some nice used cars for guys in your wage bracket.
Why don't you give us some alone time, Dewey? Go sell some cars or whatever it is that you do here.
That's not right. One left.
Gabriel Delgado is missing a 3/4.
ああ、なるほどね。ゲブリエル・デルガードの使ってるやつってことか。 なんか噂によるとこの人がさ、ダッチの声の人らしいねんけど。
I bet a broad's been driving this auto. The clutch is a mess.
ああ、なんかちょっとそんな感じはした気がする。
Doesn't give me anything to go on.
So what next?
We'll need a full statement from Dewey to put in our report.
その辺ほっつき歩いとるわ。
If you don't mind, we have a few questions.
Packards are great cars, but this doesn't look like the kind of place favored by foreign embassies. How do you know Valdez?
I don't know Valdez. The embassy bought the car. All I know is he must know a quality car when he sees one.
And I know a shyster when I see one. You and Valdez are in this together.
Me and Valdez? I hardly know him. Valdez wouldn't wipe his shoes with me.
Looks like I made a mistake.
Ah, なんか急に嘘の顔になったな。これ、疑うでいいんかな、直感。反証するやった。これかな、ウィリアム・デューイ。
We found your contact details in Valdez's notebook. He had to be calling you for something, Dewey.
Okay. So I met Valdez in a bar. We cut a deal and he bought the car through the embassy. I cut him some change on the side. It happens all the time.
Where can we find Delgado?
I don't know. He sure as hell isn't here.
You're lying. You've got him holed up somewhere.
I'm having nothing to do with that kid. You can't prove any different.
Sorry. Sometimes you have to shake the tree to see what falls out.
それを尋問相手に言わんでええやろ、それ。疑うかな。でもこれほんまに知らん顔か。
So you don't know where the kid
嘘やんけ。
He got kicked out of his last place. He might be at his girlfriend's, but I don't know where that is.
A wrench from this dealership was used to strip the wheels from a Packard last night, Mr. Dewey. A couple of Hispanics were seen taking parts.
We've had a spate of thefts ourselves. Comes with the location. Thieving bastards will steal anything the minute your back is turned.
Stop lying to me, Dewey. The thieves work for you.
You can't prove that. Go ahead and try.
It's nothing personal. I'm just doing my job. You understand that?
マジで信用すると疑うが同じぐらいなんやけど。
So that's it?
Like I said, the workshop's too close to the street. It's difficult to keep an eye on it.
We'll be keeping an eye on you, Dewey, and spreading the word that you don't like to cooperate with the LAPD.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need an address for a Gabriel Delgado.
Delgado. Last known address has him living with a common-law wife. 103 Hill Street, apartment 3.
Thanks.
Time to visit Gabriel Delgado. See how good his excuse is.
This guy's got a screw with me.
You got something against sirens, Phelps?
You read this story in the Examiner about the Navy developing three-dimensional movies?
What's a dimension?
You know, like a graph. Vertical axis is Y and horizontal is X.
Well, that's clear as mud.
Third dimension would be Z. So things would be popping out of the screen.
That's ridiculous. Scare people out of the theater. Who in God's name would want that?
I don't know. People scoffed at the idea of talking to colors, and look what we have now.
Next right. Straight ahead. Straight on.
この道やば。
Do we have a Juan Francisco Valdez in for questioning?
Sure do, Phelps. Your bird's an interview, too. And get this, he's wearing gloves and doing his best not to touch anything. Can you beat that?
Sounds like we don't want to keep this guy waiting. It's this way.
About time. Are you the senior officer I requested?
I'm Detective Phelps, and this is Detective Bukowski.
Have you any idea how long I've been waiting to speak with you? I am needed back at the consulate, and you keep me here like a common criminal.
All right, friend. Let's take a deep breath and start all over again. Mr. Valdez.
Consul General. I insist on my full title.
Where did you purchase the car?
My secretary and driver arranged the purchase.
Eso
A
puede.
disreputable place, Dewey Brothers by name. As soon as I can have it arranged, I will have my Hispano Suiza brought up from Buenos Aires.
You're lying, Valdez. You made the arrangements for the car.
Call the embassy. I decided the color and model, but was not involved in the transaction.
これでバルデス、あ、じゃあデューイと繋がってるって言えばいいかな。あ、間違えた。
Ya basta! I will stand no more of it.
ここで×と丸を間違えた。
Consul General.
It must have been stolen from the consular garage. Terrible.
You have a pretty good idea who stole the car, don't you, Consul General? Are you going to tell me, or do I shake it out of you?
There's no call for violence. I suspect a disgruntled boy from the car dealership.
You have a name for this kid?
Gabriel, like the archangel. I have no surname.
So tell us about this kid, Gabriel. You had a run-in with him?
Mecánico, a presumptuous young man who did not know his place. He presumed to ask me questions.
We do a lot of presuming here in the United States, Consul General. It comes with the turf.
一悶着。
You fuck young boys, Valdez.
Are you a madman? This will cause an international incident.
やば。この手帳でええんやんな。
Danny, Ben, Miguel, Tristan, and Teddy. Full lips. Ring any bells?
Ring
I'm
any
sure
bell?
we can come to some arrangement.
Gabriel, spill it.
A beautiful but impertinent boy. I mentioned rendezvous and the young man went quite insane. I thought he was going to kill me. I was prepared to pay.
We'll be in touch, Consul General.
Let's nail this kid Delgado and wrap this thing up.
Finished with Valdez.
Thank God. I'll get rid of him in a couple of hours.
Need a drink. Jitters again.
なんか今ラジオでタバコのコマーシャルしてる。あれまたこの上じゃない？この目的地。あ、どうやって行くん？
Go left now.
Take the next left.
Okay, let's see what Gabriel has to say for himself.
I just hope our archangel hasn't already flown.
What the hell is this guy doing?
Here he is, apartment 3.
Where do you see a number 3 marked on that door?
ここじゃなかった。お、暗くて。これか。
Yeah.
LAPD, ma'am. We're looking for Gabriel Delgado.
Gabriel?
We're from the police. Policia, you understand?
Yes, I understand. Could you come inside?
What is your name?
Ana Rodriguez.
Is Gabriel Delgado here, Ms. Rodriguez?
No. What do you want with Gabriel? Is he in trouble?
Stay where you are, Ms. Rodriguez. We need to take a look around.
But he is not here. I have told you.
Check out the surrounds. I'll stay with the broad. So how far along are you, Anna?
Nearly 20 weeks.
Not everything
So how's
here
it
is going to
when
be
you
relevant.
go into labor and he's not around?
You are wrong about Gabriel. He will be a good father. Already he works hard to provide for us.
Unless you help us here, Anna,
I doubt
your
it.
little one won't be seeing Papa for a very long time.
Serving breakfast for 2, Anna? You should have cleared up.
Breakfast for 2.
Diplomatic license plates. You're in serious trouble, Miss Rodriguez.
But Gabriel is not here. I have done nothing wrong.
Why did he steal the car, Anna?
The customer insulted him. He has his honor, no?
これほんまの顔っすね。
His honor, Anna?
He said Dewey's friend tried to make a woman out of him. He no longer respects this man, Dewey. He took the car to show this maricon that he is a man.
Tell us the truth, Anna. Has Gabriel been here?
I haven't seen him for at least 3 nights.
瞬きが多いです。
You keep lying to me, and I'll send you and your baby to jail.
He lives here, but he hasn't come home. I swear it.
Enough, Anna. There are signs all over this place that he's been back.
He was here last night. I have never seen him so angry. He went out to his shed and put some things in it. I don't know what, and I don't want to know. I love him.
We found a license plate matching our stolen vehicle in the shed. Add in the assortment of parts, and we can make Gabriel for a dozen other thefts. It's time to get serious, Anna.
You must ask these questions of Gabriel. I know nothing of these car parts.
You're lying, Anna. I think you're a willing accomplice in these robberies.
What proof do you have that I stole the cars?
それはないな。その証拠はないな。
You don't ask, you never find out.
でも嘘の顔やろ。
Then tell us where he is. If your baby is born in prison, Anna, the corrections officers will take it from you. You will see your son or daughter through a metal grate for half an hour a week.
The start line is on 1st and Santa Fe. There is a spillway under the bridge that leads to the river. Many policia have wrecked trying to follow him.
We will put in a good word for you, Anna. As far as we're concerned, this sits with Gabriel.
Start line. That sounds like a street race to me. It's gotten out of hand this last year. No wonder Delgado has such an eye for fine automobiles. We know where the kid is. Let's go stop these clowns and get them off the streets.
多分このレースのとこでこのエピソード終わりやったはず。そこまでやるか。乗らへんのかい。ここ坂やからちょっとブレーキかけてもちょっと動くんよ。危ない。
What kind of man leaves his pregnant girlfriend at home while he goes off to play cars?
Pregnant girlfriends aren't always a barrel of laughs. Everyone needs to let off a little steam. Some guys wouldn't come back home at all.
Are you talking from experience?
Quick as we shut one of these races down, another one springs up somewhere else. Kids used to steal cars to sell them. Now they just want to wrap them around a lamppost. The next 16-year-old I have to peel off the sidewalk, you're calling the mother. I've had enough of those to last me a lifetime.
All units in the vicinity. Citizen reports at 415 at the corner of Banning and Santa Fe. Suspect vehicles engaged in illegal street racing. Units to...
There's the red Ford. That's Delgado right there.
Right there. Go.
Quick!
They're getting away!
赤いやつ。
1247. Requesting assistance at First and Santa Fe. Reports of an illegal street race.
Stay on
危ない。
He's getting away. You're gonna lose him.
この車の性能がぐーやべ。テイクダウンされる。危ない。
Delgado was our boy. Forget the others.
緑のが邪魔なんよ。うわー、ぐちゃったー。
Lay into his wheel arches. Come on.
Step on it, Phelps. Take him out.
どうやってほい。セインツローの要領で危な。ぐっあ、無理。
Come on, you're getting creamed by a kid in a red Ford.
Enough games, Phelps. Take this guy out.
ぶつけるだけでいいんかな。おい、危ない。よっこらしょっと。
Gabriel Delgado, you're under arrest for grand theft auto.
Fuck you, puto! You should speak to the maricon. Valdez, I showed him. Now who's the man? I should have burned his fucking car.
その方が良かったかもな。ほんまに。
You got a foreign dignitary outed as a fruit and a kitty raper, a car dealer we're gonna let slide for the kickbacks, and a street punk car thief who sure as hell won't be taking liberties with other people's autos again anytime soon. That, Detective Phelps, is not a bad haul. You keep your chin low and your hands high, and you keep bringing me clearances just like that one. That's textbook policing, and we need more of it in this department.
まあちょいちょいミスったけど。お、手がかり1個見つけれてない。車両損害額101ドル。パッカーのほぼ無傷で取り戻せた。ああ。
You have any plans for weekend Liberty, Jack?
My sisters have been working in Los Angeles in a bomber factory. They're coming down to visit. I'm meeting them at the station at 6.
Good for you, Jack. Are they cute?
They're my sisters, Hank.
Attention! Final inspection before Liberty.
Good job, Kelso.
Are we going somewhere, gentlemen? Full inspection. It had better be exceptional if any of you want liberty this weekend. Kelso, this carbine. The bore is dirty.
No, it isn't.
Are you arguing with me, Kelso?
Do what you need to do, Sergeant. You know the bore is immaculate.
Weekend liberty canceled. 2-day field drill. Clean this rifle.
No.
Do you know the penalty for insubordination, Kelso? Jack, don't do it.
Forget him, Hank. He doesn't have what it takes.
Are you two finished? Are you going to clean this rifle?
No, Sergeant. Cole is right. I'm going to stop playing games and join a rifle company and fight the real enemy.
めっちゃ勇気あるな。ジャック・ケルソー。ああ、まあそういうやつやから。
All right, gentlemen, I just got this handed to me. A hit-and-run felony at Ray's Cafe, 208 North Los Angeles. Got a patrolman on site. The coroner's on his way. Get down there, see if you can find any witnesses who can put a make on the car.
Yeah, the bum took a swipe.
これさ、
Put him down with my
操作
saddle.
してんの、フェルプスとビカウスキーだけやのに、こんな場所でブリーフィングする必要あるんかな。これが交通課のメンバーってことなんかな。じゃあここまでにしときます。よし、じゃあ終わっときます。また3ヶ月後、3ヶ月、少なくとも3ヶ月は空くんで、またしばらく先ですね。ワールドウォー2のあのゲームの続きやるかな、わからんけど。では。